homes that can handle pressure treated lumber because the chemicals from the pressure treated
hello, folks.
the hardware. So with that off the same,
Glad you could join us today.
so here's our problem
Um,
right here. You can see the frame is broken. Now I think that is an issue of
got that concrete poured yesterday, and I was kind of tired this morning when I got up. But we'll get talking about a little fishing, hunting here, little gold. Uh, I was a little late getting here tonight. I had to go to a graduation party, and my grandson, his girlfriend graduated from high school. Well, they graduate next Saturday or Friday, but they had the party today, and so we went on that, and I got a little bite of supper and ready to talk now. Um, I guess or hope that uh, Jeff will be on tonight, maybe Rose. I like to get on 3 or 4 tonight. Uh, Make me have to think a little faster. But I hope my volume is okay, and I hope my lighting looks good from here. So we'll talk a little bit about some hunting to start off with. Uh, we got elk here in Kentucky, and elk is a little bit uh, different than deer. Uh, I don't know if anybody's ever uh, been elk hunting in Kentucky, but at one time it flourished with elk, and they brought them back and got them up in the cold country where they flattened out them hilltops and made some big valleys and stuff on the strip mining. And boy, they are really building a herd quick. Uh, they some big trophies up there now. Of course, I don't hunt them to get a trophy. In fact, I haven't hunted them probably in 10 years, and the the elk has a lot better nose, in my opinion, than the whitetail because I've had elk uh, to smell me when the wind was blowing in my face, and maybe not hard, but I mean it was drifting in my face, and whether they was on a circle where the wind circled around and got back to them or something, I don't know, but and it could have been somebody else around that I never did see or hear, and they smelt them. But I've had them to spook when I was sitting perfectly quiet and just waiting on a herd to come into the sight. But now you have some of those mountaintops up there, excuse me, in eastern Kentucky that has oh, 75 to 100 acres on top of the hill, and you can get some long shots. But it's a whole lot harder to get close on an open field than it is in a wooded area. Now the wooded areas you can get pretty close to them, you just can't get a good shot all the time. But I've walked up within 45 yards of elk, but it was a cow elk, and I wasn't after no cow. And uh, got within about 45 yards and didn't spook her. Just stood there and watched me. And I watched her, and she mangered on around about eating. But I had the wind dead in my face, and I smelt more like an elk probably than she did. And cause off my cousin, he got a good doe elk uh, 2 or 3 years before this, and I got some urine out of the bladder and scraped the glands and got some gland substance put in my urine. And so I probably smelled more like a cow in heat than she did. But they're a majestic animal. I love to look at them. I can just stand and watch them for hours. And have I've been up there and just take a camera and sit and take pictures and a lot of eagles up there too. And I take a lot of eagle pictures back. I did back in. This was before I got cancer. I hadn't been elk hunting since I got cancer. Them hills pretty steep, and that took a lot of my stamina out of me. But that's the only way it hurt me any. But but elk meat is sure good. It's hard for me to say that I like uh, anything better than whitetail, but I believe I like elk just a little bit better. Might be because the steaks are bigger. I don't know, but I really do like elk meat, and I love whitetail meat too. But I'll be truthful. I make about 80% of my meat up in jerky on whitetail because I love good jerky and I make good jerky. I make it the old Indian way, and you can lay mine out while it's curing on a rock and it'll go right ahead and cure, and it won't even have a fly land on it because fly land on it kill 'em. I use potassium nitrate on them and uh, or sodium nitrate, I mean, and the sodium nitrate will kill them. They blowed up. If they do eat any of it, just for a split second, it'll blow them up and dry them out, and they just die wherever they land at from leaving the meat. So they don't stay on it long. But I don't think I've ever had but one land on it that I can ever remember. But it's good meat, and boy, it is good for you. And we don't have a problem with the brain diseases with our deer population here. Uh, there has been a report or two, I think, on let's see, I believe it was West Virginia side border of the border, and it seems like it. I heard of one down in Tennessee somewhere around Land of the Lakes that had the disease. But now that's I'm not 100% sure of that. But we don't have very many reports of it here in Kentucky at all. In fact, I don't know of any of reports, but now they could have been. And that could have been somebody that went out of state and got it brought back. But anyhow, uh, deer season is coming up on us here in about 4 months, and I got to start getting my rifle. Of course, my rifle stays zeroed in. When I go to the range, I only have to fire one shot per rifle in normal circumstances, and I zero them all in for 100 yards. If I take three shots, you can cover them with a dime, and this is an awful bad wind. And sometimes you get one drift off a little bit, but not much. And my grandson, he's the same way. He he shoots for a little spot right there behind the ear, and he gets them every year when he goes. He don't go every year, but he's the one that's going to graduate. Now he'll be ready to go this time because he'll be able to take off from school because he's going to school right here in our little town, and he's taking well, some type of X-ray, Um, one of them kind that rub over a woman's belly when she's pregnant. He'll be one that reads them. He's going to where he just takes that training only and not a bunch of other stuff that you don't need with it. But I think that's a good idea. That's really all you need to know what your profession is. You clutter your mind with too much and it goes in the bank. Back there in the back of your mind, you don't need it until you pull it up. So it's there, but why fill the bank up if you don't need it? And it's just my feelings. But I guess that's enough for hunting right now. We ain't got nobody coming on board yet. But I sent my buddy Jeff uh, an email with that how I got started in gold and how to do some separation of amalgam and so forth. I'll get your gold out of mercury amalgam and how to get it out of black sand. Of course, he said he's got a machine that he invented to take the black sand out. But now I, I wanted to tell him not to throw that black sand away because in a good rich gold area, that black sand can be uh, 4, 5, 10% gold. So you want to process that too and melt it down. Uh, I used to have at one time I'd have any given time when I prospected a whole lot, I'd have 55-gallon drums, maybe two or three of them, sitting around in my younger years, and I'd have full of black sand. And then when I was able to, I'd smelt it. And a lot of black sand is just particles of iron, and it'll melt right down. And some of it is actually a volcanic glass, and but it'll melt right down, and it'll melt the gold with it when it gets up 2,200 degrees, and it hold on, I got somebody coming in. Caleb, is that you? Okay, was you outside?
Got scared.
Huh?
Cat got scared.
Oh, okay. Hey, do me a favor. Let lady in for me. And my son, he went outside and or went out and checked on the cat inside in the living room. My grandson, I mean, and I thought somebody coming in the front door. I got lady, she's laying out a while, and but lady's my dog. If she wasn't outside, she'd be right here with me. Let me go check. I don't think he went in there to do that. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'll let my dog in. But oh, what was we talking about? I done forgot. There she is. You get up here. Come on. Come on. Yeah, she don't get up here. Lay down there. But anyhow, we was talking about elk. A good elk urine